Hello guys, welcome back to Gospel News, where we bring you updates on as it take the go. If you have not followed us on our social media handles, then we urge you to do so very quickly, so you can be getting our update back to back. Today is the first day of May, and we want to wish you happy Workers' Day, Abby. Yeah, and happy new month as well. If you have not shared the video, please do that very quickly so you can be getting our update back to back and also let others to know what's going on. Now, going straight to the reason why we're here, you can see the Nigerian army in the front view here as people marching forward. They say that they have attacked the BnL leader. They say they be one track the man who, based on what is happening in the Bakassi Peninsula region. Remember that in recent times, we have heard it that some new armed group like the Black Marine and Red Dragon has carried out severe attacks against looters of and drillers of oil in that particular region. And they have also demanded for the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, which is Onyenduma Nnamdi Kanu, that the man should be set free to be a free man in the land of the living. But the Nigerian state have refused, which has prompted series of attacks against the those people who are siphoning oil without any form of development to their communities. Now, in this latest update that we got from BnL, they said that they attempted to track the BnL leader and their members in Bakassi, as the plan failed woefully. They said that the Nigerian army and BIRO soldiers of the Cameroon tried to attack them, capture him, and probably arrest him. But the thing no work out for them. I'll give on full details on what really happened. And they said that our people who are trapped in Sudan, they bring on another update too. I say I no go leave them stranded. I go they tell on how the thing take they work out. They say how Nigerian embassy staff in Sudan extorted $250 from us for evacuation, varsity student. They complained that Nigerian embassy staff was extorting them to 250 euros each. Imagine the number of people we have in Sudan if they pay $250 to these people who claim to be our envoy and representatives. Everything about Nigeria, home and abroad, is full of fraud. Tofia, this country, I don't know whether they cause them. In fact, I say they don't cause them in short. And now the government is also telling us after the extortion that Nigeria paid 13.8 million naira for each bus hired to evacuate stranded citizens from Sudan. Ministry official. Even the update when they get this morning say that all the people when they evacuate from Sudan say they gog for Egypt border. In fact, may we chew waiting there our mouth first before we proceed. This update is coming from the Biafra Nations League, BnL. They say that attempt to track BnL leader and members in Bakassi fails. Report coming in says Nigerian Army intelligence have failed woefully to track down our group yesterday, being the 30th. Yesterday, there was a serious tension as the chief security of Bakassi, Benjamin Simply, a former militant leader, called some of our boys to ask questions. This is coming 3 days after a strange number called the BnL leader, Prince Will, claiming to be the overall G1 of Bakassi. Few hours later, we unmasked the caller. Having noticed that we have identified him, they became mad yesterday and reported to the chief security and the army to try their luck in tracking down our innocent members yesterday, which also failed. Let them channel their strength to tracking the Black Marine and not BnL members. So let me also say something here. The BnL is telling us that they are not responsible for the attacks that the Black Marine and Red Dragons are carrying out, that they should track them instead of tracking them, which are innocent of all these activities being carried out by the Black Marine and the Red Dragons. So Nigerian Army, When I don't get task, be that to Muna leave BnL leader, which is Mr. Princeway Richard, and the follow up on the Black Marine. Muna go find where then they, because the like say since they are Black Marine, inside water, and they go they stay. So you people should look for a submarine to be able to track them down. You people should look for a submarine, if not to go borrow from US, China, or even North Korea. Muna go borrow them, or Turkey. Borrow them, go underwater to be able to unravel this Black Marine and Red Dragon, because Nadia, then they stay, and leave BnL people alone, because they have done nothing. They are mere people who are just asking you people to do the right thing. If Nigeria is doing the right thing, nobody will support anybody who would come to say they want another nation. But because the Nigerian government has failed and will continue to fail, that is why people wants to opt out of a failed. In fact, we got an audio concerning this particular conversation. It was recorded that these people tried to track the BnL leader. Let us quickly play you that audio so you can hear what transpired. Please pay attention.
General, I said General.
Okay. General David.
Okay, General David.
Yes, I call you the face. They refuse to bring my cause.
Of which Marine, which squad?
Huh?
General David of which, you get what you mentioned. Which group?
They asked me which group. You know David? Huh?
I know anybody when you call David never use this number, call me.
Huh?
You say which Marine? Tell me now, make I understand.
Abafrega.
For where? For which side?
Disagree.
Huh?
Disagree.
For Cross River?
Yes.
So now. Huh?
You know Disagree.
I don't know there.
You don't know there. Okay.
So,
yeah.
Anything?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not, you see what happened. Just listen and hear what I will tell you.
Okay.
Bad thing is very easier to do.
Okay.
Then, only what I want to talk with you now. Very simple. I don't want just. It's not like I know you. I know where you stay, but you are just using yourself. Okay. Do you call me even what? Do you search for my number and call me even one day to give me recharge card?
How will I search your number? Do I know? Do I have your number before?
Okay. And you can't have then. Okay, you just want me to beg you. No problem.
Beg me
I
as
beg
well.
you.
Listen, I don't know what you are talking about, and I don't know your squad. The David I know, Black General in Bakassi. So I don't know any other David. I've not spoken with you before, and I don't know your mission. Thank you.
All right, guys. So now don't hear matter. Now the call we didn't take give our brother we they call Princeway Richard. Now be that one who no be small matter. Be that one who about Mr. Princeway decoded him and told him that he doesn't know the person who was calling him. And that means that the person was illegal. The Nigerian army and their intelligence unit are using that particular person to try to get hold of Mr. Princeway Richard. But thank God. So we want the Nigerian army to leave innocent people alone and go for. We have Fulani terrorists ravaging this country, but no one do anything. This is unacceptable. In fact, may we come out from that place, may we go Sudan, go see what thing dey happen with our brothers and sisters wey gog there as the country is fighting a serious battle now. They say her Nigerian embassy staff in Sudan extorted $250 from us for evacuation, university student. Now, 2 Nigerian students believed to be part of the final set of students stranded in Sudan owing to the ongoing war in the Northeast African country have lamented that they were extorted in the name of evacuation. This thing now, waiting government say they don't use many money to run. On April 29th, the Nigerian government provided additional 6 buses which were sent to the International University of Africa, IUA, in Sudan, where the Nigerian students studying in Khartoum were asked to assemble for evacuation. Meanwhile, some of the buses deployed to transport the stranded students to neighboring Egypt from where they would be aired to Nigeria were reportedly hijacked by non-documented Nigerians residing in Sudan. Sahara reporters gathered that the undocumented migrants doing all sorts of menial jobs stormed the university in large numbers, asking also to be evacuated. They reportedly became aggressive and went inside the buses, insisting that they should be evacuated before the students. Don't read. 2 affected Nigerian sisters told Sahara reporters that some embassy staff in Khartoum first asked them to pay $150, $75 each for the evacuation, which they requested from their families in Nigeria. They said on the April 29th, the staff demanded an additional $100, which is $50 each from both of them to facilitate the evacuation. The student, Dr. Kairat Isa Babayo and Dr. Fatima Isa Babayo, both from Bauchi State, told Sahara reporters that the staff collected $125 from each of them. One of the women is studying medicine, while the other is studying dentistry. In Nigeria, they know if you study all this thing, a country which claims to be giant of Africa. Mad people everywhere. As of 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Nigerian time, Sunday, they said they were still in Khartoum, but that the buses that would take them were on the ground. The staff collected over $250 from us in the name of evacuation, one of the sisters said. We are still in Khartoum. It's 6 p.m. here already, but there is every tendency that we might not take off today. Sahara reporters earlier reported that the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, said the Nigerian government will be spending $1.2 million to hire 40 buses to be used to evacuate Nigerians trapped in Sudan. Despite this huge amount of money, Nigeria is still extorting students in that country. What a shame. Onyema disclosed this while speaking to State House correspondents after the Federal Executive Council on Wednesday. Onyema said the Nigerian government will evacuate citizens within days amid the 72-hour ceasefire agreement between the warring factions in Sudan. And so we take here more. But before we proceed to the other ones, where they say na 13.8 million, na they pay for each bus. A bit, 13.8 million. This one shocked me. Mona listen to this video first. Me will show now for this one. Mona hear waiting that happen for this one. Oh yeah.
Only for one item, for the buses. Do you know how much it takes to hire a bus from Khartoum to the border? 30,000 per bus. $30,000 per bus times 40 buses. Can somebody, any good mathematician amongst you? That is not billion. Million. Yes. That is where your 1.2 million comes into.
Okay.
We now mobilized the first tranche approved by federal government out of this, which is $400,000, and transferred it. If you take out $400,000, what does it come to?
800,000.
No, 1/3.
Yes.
Of the total. Once they gave us 13 buses times $30,000 is how much? 390. 30. Can somebody calculate for me?
That's
390 is correct, sir.
390. They stopped giving us. You remember I told you they gave us 13,000. They're supposed to give us 13 point something buses. They kept the 10,000. When you are traveling in Sudan, you don't enter a bus and start going. You must load it with water and biscuits. Yes. Believe me, I just became an expert on Sudan overnight because every day we discuss with them. And they told us our money is finished, bring another money. We now transferred the balance, started transferring the balance in tranches. And believe me, you don't transfer money to Sudan directly. You have to get somebody who knows the company who will transfer and give cash. Then you go into agreement. We signed an MOU. I have those signed MOUs with us. And at every stage, I report this to DSS and NFIU so that they can monitor the movement of the money. And so that, do you know that in Nigeria, if you transfer money from government account, it does not click because it has a dashboard that can be seen. They will stop it. So we had to alert them. And we sent this money, and it got delayed.
On the here story, if nothing is working in this country, they sent money and it got delayed. Who delay them? Shana spirit from the underworld. Now them 90. Fact. Now they say now 13.8 million naira. Now they take hire each bus guy. Be like say now bus driver go come they do now. We might go Sudan side. Go establish my own side. Guy, I bless I go make money die this time. They said the Nigerian government on Sunday insisted that it earlier said it will cost to transport stranded citizens from warring Sudan to neighboring Egypt is only for hiring buses. Nasi Sani Gwazo, the permanent secretary of the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry and chairman of the Situation Room on the evacuation of Nigerians from Sudan, explained this after a closed-door meeting on the ministry in Abuja, as seen in a video posted online by Channels TV. Sani Gwazo said $30,000, that is 13.8 million naira, at the official exchange rate of 46 naira per dollar, was paid per bus at the 40 buses, for the 40 buses that were hired for the trip from Sudan to Egypt, where the stranded Nigerians will be airlifted to their home country. He said it's $1.2 million only for one item, which is for the bus, for each bus. Do you know how much it takes to hire a bus from Khartoum to the border? $30,000 per bus. Times 40. This is how, just on what you saw in this video now. God. Now, so we take, they run this country with $30,000. If we ask American people, say now like this, when they spend money, you go see and say their own day less. If you go ask people for Turkey, they go say their own is different. But only Nigeria, I spend this kind of money. I beg go, Muna, let me know. 30,000, that is 13.8 million. Oga, that money shall be plenty, but what thing I want talk. No be me they run am now. So it could be true. It could be true. Shame would they see how the matter go take do. Muna, let me know what they think concerning these matters. We'll be say they arise. So, but we are urging the BnL leader, which is Mr. Princeway Richard, to stay safe out there and also tell the Nigerian army that he's not responsible for the activities of the Black Marine and the Red Dragon. They should find them directly for themselves to know what they want and settle them one-on-one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Remain blessed and God bless you. Thank you.